I want to become the drippiest trainer in all of Johto. And how do I achieve that dream? By being the best water-type trainer in the world. I thought... Wait, don't you normally have Totodiles? Why is it a Horsea? Whatever, still a water-type. And hey, Kingdra. Alright, my little horse stallion, let's do this. Alright, so this guy wants to fight me. I lead off with Stallion. I start smoke screening it down. I start water gunning it afterward. Or bubbling it, and I eventually do take it out. Surprisingly, though. Yeah, Horsea is surprisingly bulky. I get a Wooper egg from this guy, which is nice. And that's just a Wooper. Yay, I name it Glenn. Alright, time to fight Faulkner. Water gun took out his Pidgey with a crit. Next is Pidgeotto. I start water gunning it down, but he eventually took out my Horsea. Then when I sent a Wooper, he healed with Roost, but with some lucky crits and him that's not getting good enough rolls, I was actually able to take him out. Alright, I catch my next team member, which is Magikarp. And then after that, I go to Slowpoke Well and catch my next team member, which is Slowpoke. I name it Alright, time to fight Proton. I lead off with as I put a Zubat to sleep. I start cursing up. Then afterwards, I tackle him and I take out a Zubat. Next up is coughing. I tackle, barely do anything really. He poisons me, and I eventually do take him out after he hits me with some smoke screens and shit. It was rather annoying, but hey, I got it done. Okay, time to fight Bugsy now. I have Gyarados evolve, and I kind of just bite through his entire team. Like, seriously, even his Scyther didn't stand a chance. Other Pokemon did stand a chance. Easiest Bugsy fight of my life. I mean, to be fair, I have a Gyarados at the second gym. Alright, Silver, what's up? He leads off with Gas, leading off with Slowpoke. Confusion surprisingly one-shotted it. Next up was Bailey. He poisoned me, but I cursed, so I eventually did. So, eventually fell. For some reason, he did use Razor Leaf like the very last move. Sent out Gyarados, bit down the rest of his team, and that was that. Man, Silver, what's wrong with you? Well, time to game on my life boy like my dad said I would. I make that joke every single time, and it gets no more funnier. Wait, Gyarados can learn... Wait, what? Gyarados can learn Thunderbolt? I guess to be fair, it makes more sense than Slowpoke learning Flamethrower, but god damn, that's weird. I never knew that. Alright, let's go with my second most hated gym leader in this region. Whitney. She leads off with Clefairy, and I use and I headbutt it, then I yawn it, then I eventually take it out. Next up is Miltank. I send out Gyarados after I use Slowpoke a bit to Intimidate. Send back out Slowpoke for Death Bother, send Gyarados out to get another Intimidate off. Then I send Gyarados out to finish it off with a couple headbutts. Yep. Alright, time to fight Silver. And this fight started off pretty good with my Slowpoke. You know, he cursed, so my Slowpoke got cursed a bit. But it's whatever. Next up was his Bailey. If you know, I send out Stallion, but he gets one shot by Magical Leaf. I send out Do the Flop, and he's able to headbutt it down. But then Magnemite confuses my Quagsire, hits itself 3 times, takes it out with Sonic Boom. Then Slowpoke's taken out by Sonic Boom, and Gyarados finishes everything off. Alright, time to fight Morty, and well, yeah, it's just a bite sweep. His Gengar missed Hypnosis, then went for Mean Look, and it really fucked him over. But hey, that's what happens. And then everything else got kicked out by Bite. Alright, so I guess my last few team members. Next up is... I guess my next team member, Chinchou. Yeah, I like Chinchou. My favorite water type in this region, I think. And I named it Light. I am creative, people. Very, very creative. And I forgot to speed this up. Oh well. Then I guess my final team member, which is Seal. Yep, creative name. Take on the Rockets first. So I lead off with Gyarados, I bite through his entire team. Even his coughing went down those 2 bites, surprisingly, or headbutts. Even after a smoke screen to me, which is surprising, I didn't miss too much. Alright, time to fight the double battle. I'll lead off with the newly evolved Slowking, by the way. And I just confusion at Arbok, almost kill it. Dragonite flies Bloom, I kill Arbok. Next up's Murkrow, I take it out with an Ice Beam. And then Dragonite goes with Thunder, takes out Grimer. Then last up is Gloom. I just go for Ice Beam. Alright, time to fight Chuck. He leads off with Primeape. I lead off with Gyarados. I start headbutting, but he double teams, so I'm missing. But I send out Slowpoke, I take it out with Confusions. I start Confusion out as Poliwrath, but I get paralyzed by Body Slam, and I eventually get taken out. I send out Light, take it out with Thunderbolts. Alright, time to take on Jasmine. Mudshot, one-shotted Magnemite. I got a critical on her Steelix, and I barely made her out of heal range, so next one took her out. And then her other Magnemite, well, same as the first. Mudshot. Yeah, that was easy. Alright, time to fight Price now. He leads off a Steel. I Thunderbolt and one-shot it. Next up's Piloswine. Surf two-shot it. It probably took a little damage from Muddle Bomb. Then Dugong went down... Muddle Bomb. Dugong went down to 1 Thunderbolt, and that was Price. Alright, Petrol. You decided to have a coughing and wheezings. Well, I actually surprised because of his wheezings, confusions, I'm at smoke screens. It got me poisoned because I couldn't take it out fast. And, well, me missing, I eventually went down to poison. Well, he died. Silver, I Ice Beamed his Golbat, almost one-shotted it. Another Ice Beam finished it off. Why I didn't use a Dugong? Don't ask. Ice Beam molts to Meganium, but Pale Dance, so I sent out Gyarados to take it out with a couple Ice Fangs. Next up is Magnemite. I use Aqua Tail and actually one-shot it. Next up's Haunter. I go for Aqua Tail as he goes for Mean Look, and that takes him out. Sneasel, Aqua Tail. Yeah. Alright, time to fight Proton. Yeah, he leads off with Golbat. I go for Ice Beam, take him out one-shot with Clap Clap. Next up's Weezing. I just keep going for Ice Beam. Critical Ice Beam takes him out. Ariana Grande. Earthquake, two-shot her Arbok because of Intimidate. And then I stayed in against her Vileplume to sack off to get a free switch, basically, into my next Pokemon, which is let's just do the flop. I Ice Fang it, a couple Ice Fangs take it out. Last was Murkrow, and well, I just Ice Fanged it. Yeah. Alright, Archer. I say it all the time, you're easily the most forgettable person ever. Aqua Tail one-shots his Houndour and Houndoom after I flinch from Bite from Houndoom, then Coughing goes down to an Aqua Tail too. Okay, time to face Claire. I use Thunderbolt on her Gyarados, take it out one-shot. Next up's her Dragonair. I stayed in. I just went for Ice Beam. Couple Ice Beams took it out, takes me with Dragon Pulse. Next up's Kingdra. I go for Thunderbolt, trying to get a paralysis, but it takes me out with a couple Dragon Pulses. I send out my Glenn because it has Water Absorb, so I have to put it to sleep, start Earthquaking it, she heals, I keep Earthquaking it, and I eventually take it out. Next up, last up's her Dragonair. I go for Earthquake on it, it takes me out with a couple of Dragon Pulses, and I send out Seadra, I took it out with a few Ice Beams, and I beat Claire that I used my Ice type. Final fight with Silver time. He leads off with Sneasel, I lead off with Light. Signal Beam one-shots it. Next up is his Meganium. I go for Signal Beam, goes for Poison Power for some reason. I go for Signal Beam again, almost kill it. He takes me out with the Petal Dance. So now Kingdra, and finishing off with a Nice Beam. Next up is Haunter. It confuses me, but I take it out with a couple Dragon Pulses. Nothing too hard. Yeah, by the way, my confusion luck is horrible, because with this Kadabra, I hit myself, then he starts going for Psybeam, I go for Surf and Dragon Pulse. It's a whole process. I get brought down to yellow because of my bad luck, and I take it out with Surf. Golbat, I go for Ice Beam, it hits me with Air Cutter, almost kills me. Ice Beam finishes it off. Next up is Magneton, I go for Surf, he Thunder Waves me, then I take it out with another Surf, now Silver. Time to fight Will. He leads off with Xatu, I lead off with Light Lantern. I do a couple Thunderbolts, take it out. Next up's Jinx. It puts me to sleep and starts psyching me down, but a Single Beam takes it out. Same thing with her Executor. Single Beam one-shots it. And last up's her other Xatu, which goes down to one Thunderbolt. Good job, Light. You're doing it. Oh yeah, Slowbro existed too, but don't worry. Alright, time to fight Koga. Like, I lead off with Psychic one-shots his Ariados. I use Flamethrower to one-shot his Fortress. Next up is Muck. It goes for Minimize, it goes for Psychic. It barely tanks it, so uses all its force, so eventually take it out. Crobat goes down to a Psychic, and last up is Venomoth goes down to a few Flamethrowers. Alright, now it's time to fight Bruno. Bruno leads off with his Hitmontop. I go for Psychic, and he goes for Dig. I take it out. Next up is Hitmonchan. I go for Psychic, take it out. Surf one-shots his Onix. Next up is Machamp. I go for Psychic, goes for Rock Slide, almost kill it. Then he takes me out with the Cross Chop. I send out Gyarados, and I finish them all off. Or Kingdra, I meant, and I finish them all with Surfs. Alright, time to fight Karen. Leads off with Umbreon. I go for Signal Beam. She goes for Double Team. So I keep missing it, but I eventually take it out with 14 health because of confusion. Vileplume finishes off Light. I send out Kingdra, take it out with an Ice Beam. Next up is her Gengar. I go for Surfs, take it out eventually. Last up's her Murkrow. I take it out with an Ice Beam. That was her. Alright, time to fight Lance. Thunderbolt one-shotted his Gyarados. Next up is his Dragonite. Well, after I flinched from up to a Waterfall. Yeah, that was my luck. Dragonite took an Ice Beam and then used Outrage. No, the Outrage takes me out. Then it's just got confused. I send out Gyarados, start D-dancing up, then I take it out with the Ice Fang, and I got the +4 after he healed, even though I missed my first one. Then it was just a sweep with my +4 Gyarados. Yeah, Lance, you kind of got bodied. How do you feel about that? Well, time to move on now. Well, there we go. All Water-type Pokemon. Who'd have thought most abundant type can beat a game? Well, I guess to be fair, we have 2 more battles to go before we can say we quote-unquote officially beat it, but hey. I'm not looking forward to it. Alright, Blue, if that's your real name, let's do this. Leads off with Executor, I lead off with Light. That's Critical Signal Beam, took it out one shot. Rhydon went down to 1 Surf. Next up was Machamp. I stayed in, I go for Surf, but he has Earthquake, so I shot to Gyarados, but for some reason, he goes for Stone Edge there. I don't know, whatever. Then he goes for Thunder Punch, I go for Waterfall, he heals a couple more Waterfalls, take him out. Arcanine takes me out with Extreme Speed. I send out Kingdra. I take it out with a couple Surfs. So it hits me with some Dragon Pulses. Next up's Gyarados. I let it take out Kingdra. I send out Quagsire. And I put it to sleep. Then I switch up to Lumineon, but it's the thing. He wakes up and takes it out. So I just take it out with Quagsire. Last up is Pidgeot, and well, a couple Waterfalls did it, and that was Blue. Aye, aye, aye. Alright, time to fight Red. He leads off with Pikachu, lead off with Glenn. Iron Tail loses my defense, but Earthquake takes him out. Next up is Venusaur. I send out Gyarados. I start going for Dragon Dances, but he puts me to sleep. He hits me with some Sludge Bombs, but when I wake up, I take him out with the Nice Fang. Next up is Snorlax. I go for Earthquake on it, almost kill it. He takes me out. I send out Quagsire. I start Earthquaking it. He freezes me after the very end. Then I take it out by taking it out by Hail. I send out Light to take out his Lapras with a Thunderbolt and his Blast with a Thunderbolt. Then his Charizard defeats me, but I finished off with Kingdra with a Critical Surf, and that was Red. Pretty easy, honestly. And there we go. Pokemon Heartgold only using water types. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Subscribe if you did. Bye.